Welcome back to the Always Thinking Mindset channel, where we give you positive vibes and simple rules to achieve your goals. Now, in today's video, we are going to speak on how to save for everyday expenses. I have somewhat trouble with this as well. It depends on what I'm trying to do or how I'm trying to save. But before we begin the video, if you like today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm, folks. And you don't have to be subscribed. You can save your money for the budget because it's free. That's how YouTube works. But if you love this channel and you saw my other videos, you already know what to do. Now let's go ahead and get started with the first rule. Now the first rule is pretty much creating and sticking to a budget. And when I say sticking to a budget, I mean like gum on a high school locker room. Okay, that means you can't deviate from it. All right, once you set it in stone, do not move from it. When you create a budget, you actually sit there and you analyze your dollars, how much you get paid, have the breakdown. Don't look at things as punishments. Look at things as how am I going to be able to allocate resources from here and move them to the future, right? Because whenever you cut back expenses, it's good, but you got to reward yourself sometimes. I always tell people, but don't go into this extreme mode of just spending more than what you saved. Now, whenever you create the budget, be real, right? Don't add on or take away more dollars than you need to. Stay in that rounded, safe area. But when you create the budget, set expectations. Be realistic with yourself, right? What does this mean? This means that when you like to go out, when you like to travel, how many times do you do it? Do you think you can postpone this travel vacation this time? Do you think you'll be able to go somewhere else that costs less? I am a family guy. I have a family, wife, so it's kind of hard to budget for just myself. Back in my single days, it was so easy, but now it's more of what they want. But anyways, enough about me. This is so easy to create a budget, but then you must stick with it, right? So whenever you do get paid, just analyze your check. Put, 15% into savings, pay your bills. Just sit down, have a real conversation, but look at the numbers. You'd be surprised what numbers say to you, right? And how much of a spender you are. Which leads me to my next rule of pretty much just setting these financial goals, right? Like I said in the beginning, you have to be pretty, how would you say, don't exaggerate, but be realistic with yourself, right? Know who you are, know how much you spend. If you're just a flashy person, you like to buy Gucci and show yourself and how much money you're worth, then good luck with that. But at the same time, if you are a financial go getter, then good, right? You're able to see progress through weeks, months, and even years. But you have to set a time frame. This is what I tell everybody: when you set these financial goals, use the method of 6 months or up to a year, or whether you're going to put $100 every month, or whether it's 5 years. So, and I've had people do financial goals up to, retirement, because they want to set a goal, not think about it, and just put it into, autopilot, to where it just compounds interest and they don't even want to look at it, right? Because the way I work too is that when I get paid, there's certain things I already know what I'm gonna pay, what I'm gonna save. But there's some things I definitely put into the savings and I don't even look at it, because I don't want to get into the habit of going back, just like that meme where you go back and you have to get that savings savings out of your account and use it for something that you thought you would be able to save, but it defeats the purpose of you saving. So set your financial goals right, set them accordingly, have a time frame, just have a good conversation with yourself and meet those financial goals. It's not hard, people. You'd be surprised what a paper and a pen or a computer, laptop, whatever you use to see, to visualize. Sometimes they even have graphs, right? Those nice little graphs of how much you're using, your expenses, Netflix, how much is DoorDash, all these subscriptions, right? And you're able to analyze and see that, and really ask yourself, man, this is where my money is going. So set your financial goals right. And then the last rule that I like to speak on is pretty much just track your spending habits, because we all get into this happy mode that I got paid, let me go blow it. And I remember I was like that too, and I kind of miss those days. But at the same time, now I'm more responsible. What fulfills me is providing for my family. But track your expenses. I always say, you cannot track what you don't document. So if you're able to document, you're able to see the dollar amount, see where you're at, and you might have extra cash left over from what you were saving, so you can personally spend it on yourself, your family, restaurant, going out, you name it. But whenever you track your expenses, it really wakes you up. And I didn't start doing this until maybe late 20s. I mean, and that's sad because here I am, I've been working, and at the same time, you never really care, right? It's like we get the check and we go blow it, and it's the weekend, let me go party, just blow it all. But when you start documenting everything, it comes to a bigger light. You're able to see that, and at the same time, you're able to analyze your cash flow, right? If you have cash flow, but that is a great habit of doing, just tracking your spending. I know I had an old boss that, whew, man, he spent probably thousands of dollars just every day. He would order from DoorDash every day for the office, every day on the weekend. And whew, it kind of made me anxious, right? I see that. I'm just like, think about all those fees and every time you always order. And oh man, it would kind of get at me. But at the same time, that's his money, right? As long as he didn't spend my money, we're okay. But you have to track your spending. Like I said, whether it's in Excel, there's plenty of third-party tracking apps out there. If you need, other apps, there's plenty out there that are free. Some charge, but you can do this. You can save. Just be very conscious of your money. I always say, watch your money, because you're able to see where your money's going, but not only that, have more rewards in the end, right? The time is now. Nobody's gonna hold your hand and say, "Hey, listen, you gotta save $20 here, or you gotta." No one's gonna do that for you, right? If anything, they're gonna ask you, "Hey, don't you owe me $20?" Uh, and hopefully, you're not in that situation. But in the end, like I said, these are three main rules that to follow whenever trying to save for everyday expenses. Life is tough. Always consider having what's called an emergency fund. It is a great weapon to have, especially when you need peace of mind and you like to sleep at night, knowing that if something happens, because things do happen, it's not if, it's when, right? And once an expense happens, or repairs, or something tragic happens, you're not going to run out and sell your car or sell your possessions, and you're able to afford it and just bounce back, right? And that's the point of saving. I've gotten into that habit to where, I have more than enough for emergency reserves, but I built that on my end, and you can too. So in the end, all I'm saying is track your expenses, set your budget accordingly, meet it, and everything will be great. But if you like today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you took value from this video, leave your comments below, right? Are you good? Are you a good habit? Do you watch your habits, or you're good at spending? I've been in that situation as well, but I learned to clean myself up. But in the end, like I said, if you love this channel, then you already know what to do. And until next time, we will speak soon.